Hi, this is David Self, and this is my presentation for understanding my school community, which is Wichita Heights High School. A little bit about Heights High School. We are one of 7 comprehensive high schools in the Wichita Public School District, which is USD 259. We opened our doors in 1961 as a county school and then became part of our current school district in 1963. Wichita Heights is located in northern Wichita. We serve part of northeast Wichita, but we also, an interesting thing about our school is we have several suburbs of northern Wichita that are not represented by a school district, so they come to our high school, and that is the community of Bel Air, Keachai, and Park City, Kansas. We currently have 1,111 students in our 2017-2018 enrollment. Customs and traditions at our school. We have a very successful athletic and fine arts program. We offer numerous AP courses. In the community and in Wichita area, we're known as Hollywood Heights as a nickname. I'm not sure where that comes from, but it's been that way for years. We also host numerous student clubs and programs, and we have a very diverse student body, both in ethnic heritage and socioeconomic status. I feel like our diversity drives a lot of the decisions that are made at our school, and change seems to be accepted well and with an open mind. I've heard several staff members talk about how change at their old school wasn't accepted nearly as well, but our students and school community seem to accept it quite well. Population characteristics for the city of Wichita. Though we serve part of Wichita and those other smaller communities, I chose to present just Wichita because that's mainly the district that we're in. Wichita is a large city. It's about estimated population of 390,000 people. Wichita is very diverse in its ethnicity, socioeconomic status, cultures, and politics. There are a strong representation of both conservative and liberal mindsets here. And you can find numerous religious organizations, churches, and affiliations. Currently, Wichita is 71.9% white, 11.5% African American, 10.5% Hispanic, and then, of course, there's small percentages of other ethnicities as well. Looking at people that are age 25 or older, 87.5% of the citizens of Wichita have a high school diploma, have graduated. 28.3 have a bachelor's degree or higher in that same age group. In Wichita, there are several ways people receive their information, communication channels, and so forth. We have numerous local radio and TV stations that are always sharing information, and of course our local newspaper, the Wichita Eagle. Looking specifically at our high school in our district, we have what's called the Parent Link phone system. I think this is very successful. It's an automated phone call that can come from the district, but can also come specifically from a school just to share information, whether that's about student attendance or it could just be general information about upcoming programs, events, and activities. There is translation services available for that service. We also provide monthly newsletters electronically, and of course we maintain a school and a district website that has an ESL version as well. One thing our school and our district has done is embraced the social media movement. We do have active Facebook and Twitter accounts for sharing information as well. There are a lot of community groups that are very active with our school district here in Wichita. To name a few, the YMCA. The YMCA currently sponsors and provides a daycare facility at every high school in Wichita. This is mainly it's made for anyone in the community, but it's mainly used by school staff and employees. The United Way is very active in our community, providing services to students where they can't get them by regular means. The Boys and Girls Club and the Wichita Police Department very active in our schools. We also have a very good, strong partnership with local universities and other institutions of higher learning. Just to name a few, are Wichita State University, Friends University, the Wichita Area Technical College, and Butler County Community College. At Heights High School, we also have several community groups that are very active. We have a Heights Booster Club that supports all of our student activities. We also have some booster clubs that are specific to certain activities, like we have a baseball booster club specifically for our baseball team. Our site council is represented by not only members of the community, but parents and students sit on that council as well. The Heights Parents Organization is very active in supporting our staff and seeing to the needs of several things that happen in our school, like the after prom program and so forth. The Wichita Heights Association of Teachers and Staff, also known as WATS, is a social group made up of just our teachers and staff that take care of each other in times of need, whether that's sending a card when certain things happen to that staff member where they just need a little extra recognition. One of our biggest community groups that works with our high school is Christ Lutheran Church, which happens to be located right across the street from our school. They have been very supportive of us. They provided their facility for testing before when we needed extra testing locations, when we've had a construction phase going on for ACT testing and so forth. They also just do other numerous activities that support our students and our staff. Looking at the leadership of our community, Wichita is ran by the Wichita City Council, which is led by Mayor Jeff Longwell. USD 259 is led by the Board of Education that currently has 7 members, and our superintendent is Dr. Alicia Thompson. We also have an assistant superintendent of secondary schools that oversees our school specifically. His name is Gil Alvarez. At Heights High School, we have our head principal is Bruce Dieterding. We also have 3 assistant principals, 1 activities director, 4 counselors, and 10 academic department chairs. Looking at the characteristics of our community leaders, Mayor Longwell is a lifetime Wichita resident. He attended the Wichita Public Schools. He started serving on the City Council in 2007, where he is now currently the mayor. At USD 259, Dr. Thompson and Mr. Alvarez both have worked their entire education careers in the Wichita Public School system. Both are very visible. They show up a lot of times at district events. One thing I really like about both of them is they will make unannounced visits to our schools, and not just to see the principal and leadership. They actually roam the halls and visit classrooms and see what's happening. At Heights High School, Principal Dieterding is very visible to our school. He leads by example, and he expects a high level of student and teacher engagement. He's always talking about building relationships, and he shares these expectations with the assistant principals, the teacher staff, and the department chairpersons. He believes in building relationships among the staff, students, and parents, and members of our school community, and that is the core of our school mission statement, is to build relationships and build bridges with those members of the community. He's very involved in developing the capacity of our faculty and staff through professional development and leadership training. Looking at the economic conditions of Wichita, currently Wichita has an unemployment rate of 5.2%. Our job growth is at 0.93%. We have a sales tax of 7.5%, where the state is only 6.5%. That was passed in a vote a few years ago to fund the Intrust Bank Arena, which has had a significant impact on our city and the cultural events that happen here. The estimated household income in Wichita is $46,894. USD 259, currently our 2017-2018 school budget is $680,214,414. That's a total of $13,818 per pupil. And currently 73.3% of our students would be considered to be at or below the poverty level. At Heights High School, we see about 53% of our students qualifying for free and reduced lunches. Political structure for Heights High School and USD 259, I combine these. Politics always seems to be a factor in our school community. It seems like every year school funding from the state is at the top of the headlines and makes the top of the news stories, so I think it's always a concern. We get our funding, of course, from the Kansas State Department of Education, and from the state government with SB 19, which is the Kansas School Equity and Enhancement Act. And these have been 2 topics that have, that bill specifically seems to have been at the top of everyone's list lately in the last couple of years, seeing how that's going to play out. Obviously, local and state elections are always the United Teachers of Wichita. They also always provide their candidate support list of who we should look at for city council state legislatures as far as how they're going to support education. It seems we are coming up on an election day, and school board elections along with local elections, we've been getting flyers and all kinds of things at our school and in our mailboxes from different people. So the political atmosphere is pretty strong right now in our school district. I don't believe Wichita sees really any different social tensions than what we see happening in the world today. One thing I would like to say, though, is that our Wichita Police Department and the Black Lives Matter chapter of Wichita bonded together last year and made national headlines when they had a community picnic and cookout and invited everyone in the community to kind of start a dialogue between the two when it seemed like everywhere else police departments and this organization were at odds with each other. I thought that was a very good move for our community in easing social tensions. We've always had gang problems in Wichita since the early 90s, and those have spilled over into our schools, unfortunately. For us, though, one of our community partners is the Wichita Police Department. They provide a school resource officer for every high school and middle school. They kind of help alleviate and provide support for our students who are maybe already in a gang or potential gang members. One of the things that I've seen in our community that has, over the past 10 years, has changed, there seems to be a little bit of a segregation issue in our schools. 25% of the USD 259 schools would be considered single race. This happened as a result of ending busing for integration in 2007. We used to have a policy where certain students were picked at lottery to attend schools outside of their neighborhood to keep our schools from becoming segregated. That ended 10 years ago, and as a result, as I said a minute ago, 25% of our students now are considered single race. We do have that at our school. We have a very diverse student body, and I think this is embraced by our students. We have several clubs and programs that are built around our diversity, and I haven't really seen that cause any social issues or tensions in our school yet. Sources of information, the Wichita Public Schools website. There's two of them there. One is a document database. The other one is just the general website. Obviously, our Heights High School website, the Kansas State Department of Education website, the City of Wichita, and the Wichita Eagle newspaper websites. The power structure of our school, our district and school is led by our Wichita Board of Education and Superintendent Dr. Alicia Thompson. Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Schools is Gil Alvarez. And then at our local building level, Principal Bruce Dieterding. Our assistant principals are the three listed here, Travis Stockham, Lisa Wyatt, and Ramon Wiseman. And then there are, of course, our academic departmental chairs. Multicultural issues at our school. At Heights High School, our current student demographics, these were just released recently. In 2017, 2018, they're listed right here. You can see, I'm not going to go through those for the sake of time, but it's changed a little bit over the past couple of years. We do have clubs and organizations that support our multicultural issues. We have a Black Student Union, an Asian club. Spectrum is the name of our Gay Straight Alliance Club, and we also have a Native American program. We also, every year, host numerous foreign exchange students from all over the world, and they provide to the multicultural diversity of our school. USD 259 often seeks public input through this about our school calendar, school boundaries. They have this through town hall discussions and Board of Education meetings. At Heights High School, we always have our site council, which anyone is welcome to attend, our building committee, and we also ask for feedback on our school website, which we get quite a bit of. The most recent public opinion survey by our district, this is just an example of it. We recently had a school calendar change due to basically the budget cuts that came from the state. In that, we had 54% of our community wanted to keep the school year as it is. This saved $3 million in district savings. And the biggest concerns are from our elementary school, and there are the demographics of who filled out the application. Once again, this is my presentation for Wichita Heights High School in Wichita, Kansas. Thank you for watching.